Today I have for you guys the second release from a brand we took a look at last year. The watch is the Bay by Aerotec Watches. Just like their first release, this is a really good diver at a really nice price point. Now this one has a feature that may come as a surprise when we get to it. I know it surprised me, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. After we take a look at the watch, stick around because Aerotec and I have partnered up to do an Instagram giveaway. So I just want to show you guys what's up for grabs, but first let's take a look at the Bay. Alright, so one of the first thoughts when I saw this was that although it's fully a dive watch, it almost has a hybrid diver field watch look. 100% due to the colorway you're more likely to see on a field watch, but either way it's a cool look. There's some other color options going to be available as well. I grabbed a pic off their site I'll put up, and it's probably not the highest res image, but to give you an idea, there's a red fume style dial and a black dial they're calling a wave carbon. That's an interesting look. There's some bezel variations and PVD case options as well as bracelet upgrades. For now, we'll focus in on this one though, and since the spec sheet is pretty important for potential buyers, we'll start with that. I'll hit you with the case dimensions first, which come in at a case width of 40 millimeters. Lug to lug is 47.4 millimeters. The lug opening is 20 millimeters and the thickness is just over 13.5 millimeters, including the crystal. So really quite a well-proportioned watch that'll work on a lot of wrist sizes. The crystal is sapphire with an AR treatment. The water resist is 200 meters and the watch runs the 24 joule Miyota 9039 movement, beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour. The dial is a creamy off-white color with the sand-colored markers and handset. It's a sandwich-style dial with the cutout hour markers and the loomed layer beneath. It's a very clean layout with only the company logo printed up toward the 12 in gray. I really like that instead of having text above the 6, they've put the water resistance in small print just above the minute markers, almost where you'd normally see Swiss made, made in Germany, Japan, that sort of thing. Now, when I started the video, I mentioned one aspect of the watch I was surprised by, and that was the loom. I had no idea the dial was fully loomed like this. The owner mentioned to me about a fully loomed dial version, but I didn't realize this was it at first, and I have to say this is probably the brightest fully loomed dial watch I've ever seen. They're using a combination of C3 and BGW9, and this thing is just awesome in low light. And to top it all off, even the crown is loomed, which is just so cool, I think. The bezel has a ceramic insert. It's a coin edge bezel, so super easy to grip and turn. It is a 120 click bezel. Really good clicky action. And everything lines up like it should. The case is pretty well completely brushed. We've got that good curvature of the lugs. Here's a look actually at the crown with the lights on. You can see that inlay that's the same coloring as the hands and markers. The case back looks cool with the old diver's helmet. It's actually quite well done, and overall it's just a really good looking watch. Now, these are going to come standard on a leather-backed sailcloth. It's comfortable and looks good, but I'm seeing some fraying on the holes. This is a prototype, so maybe something that will be improved on the production models. Not a huge deal either way, but for an extra 89 Australian dollars or right around 70 US, you can upgrade to the bracelet, which is probably the route I'd take. It's a good solid bracelet. We've got a milled clasp with a ratcheting adjustment system, and the same as the sailcloth, these will be a quick release. And here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. The watch wears well, sits nicely against the wrist. Now, as far as cost goes, these range from 429 Australian dollars, which is a little over 300 US. The black carbon wave is an extra 50 Australian or about 35 US, and the full loomed dial here is an additional 100 Australian for a total of 380 US dollars. So you're looking at a range of around 300 to 380 US on the strap, which isn't bad at all for what you're getting. I'll leave a link to the Kickstarter campaign below. It may not work yet, but I'll also put a link to the main Aerotec site where you can sign up to get notifications on the campaign. So before I let you go, one last thing. Aerotec and I have partnered up for a giveaway of their first release, the Sea Hunt. This is going to be happening through Instagram here very soon. Follow me at TimeToGo 1978 as well as Aerotec at Aerotec Watches for your chance to win this red dialed version. It's a great watch too. 500 meter water resist and also includes the bracelet. So big thanks to Aerotec for lending in the bay and making the giveaway happen. Thanks to you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.